Hey gang, when I have the 22D Torq long throw polisher in videos, I often get asked afterwards, how's it holding up for me after a year? Does it overheat? So what we'll do real quick is, I have a truck coming in for major correction. We'll mask half of the hood off. That's where I use it mostly on larger flat sections. We'll grab a buff and shine microfiber cutting pad. We'll grab a medium cut compound and we'll take care of half that hood, and I'll show you how it works for me.
I walked along the avenue. I never thought I'd meet a girl like you. Meet a girl like you. With auburn hair and tawny eyes.
When it comes to any type of pad, I use the Buff and Shine line. No matter if it's foam or microfiber cutting pad, these things are great. They last for a long time, durable, and they cut well. For the cutting cream, we're going to use the Cupion 6.1. It's a medium cut cream. I also want to show you this. I want to show you how long it stays wet under pad. And our canvas for today's work is going to be a Ford truck in for major correction. It has stone chips on the hood. It has marring. It has swirls. It has just about everything up here to take care of. Normally, I would do wet sanding and then correct with the 22D and then follow up filling in the stone chips. So we're going to put in the Buff and Shine pad. It's a brand new pad. We're going to have to prep it. We're going to have to season it, so to speak. You don't want to put that on the surface dry. So I put quite a bit of product just to season it and work that in with my fingers. And when I have it worked in, I'll put in 3 or 4 pea-sized drops and get to work. Do what you got to do to spread the product out on the panel, on the section you're going to work on. And to get it started, I slightly tilt the tool and then turn it on low speed to spread the product out and avoid sling. We have a nice even layer spread out in the panel. Now what I'm going to do without wet sanding, I'm going to see how it cuts left to right, up and down crisscross pattern. We're going to do exaggerated slow arm movements. We'll clean off the pad. We'll do the other small section that remains. I'll remove the tape and we'll come in for a look and see how it worked. As the polisher and my arms come towards you, you can see how I have it gripped. The left hand is sort of straddled on the side of the tool with just 2 fingers, sometimes 1 on top, applying pressure. The tool has some decent weight to it. I think it's 8 or 9 pounds. So that plus a little bit of pressure from your hand, like a firm handshake is the best way I could put it into words, is the kind of pressure that I'll put down on this tool. There is no trigger on the 22D as well as the 10X. I have both, and that way you can position the hand whichever you want to, however it's comfortable for you. I'll go to the end of the handle where the cord begins so I could sort of point the cord in the right direction away from the surface of the paint up towards my shoulder. Speed is done with a digital readout. It goes 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. There's just an on and off switch. Once you turn the power down and turn it back on, you have to start the speed at the lowest setting. So it's not like other tools where you can turn off the power, turn it back on, and it's going to start back up at full speed if you left the dial indicator there. I ordered both of these tools, both Torqs, from the Chemical Guy's website. I'm not a huge fan of their stuff, especially their chemicals. I have 1 or 2 polishes hanging around, but when it comes to these 2 polishers, I give credit where credit's due because they're durable, they hold up, they don't overheat, they're nice and smooth, they get kicked, dropped, run over, they're in extreme heat, cold, moisture, and they just keep on going. They don't miss a beat. So it's a great option if you're on a budget, can't afford the more expensive polishers, which is fine. For me, I buy them because I'm frugal, but they do great work for me. I also like them. So, if you took notice how long we were able to run the polisher, it's because the product stays wet for as long as you need it to. It has great lubrication. I'm at the point now where the abrasives have broken down. It's time to add new product. So, before we do that, residue control. We blow off the pad. For me, it's with forced air, dedicated brush, however you want to do it. Add some new product, finish off the hood, and we'll take a look. I'm at the point here at the end of the hood where there is a nice deep character line, but there's no need for me to switch tools. With a nice soft backing plate and the nice thick soft microfiber pad that I picked out, I'm able to easily tilt and work my way in all of those angles and get the job done. And as you can see, with the long throw ability, it still has no problem coming down, taking care of this little area that overlaps the front end, meeting the headlight. And that is going to do it. Let me get rid of the spent compound. Whatever residue is left over, I'll remove the tape and we'll come in and see the 50/50. And here we go. Despite the rock chips that were carelessly filled in, it looks pretty good. The polisher cuts well, especially with that pad and that compound. I would be ready now to move on to a polish or an ultra-fine compound. That's going to do it for today, gang. I'll put a link down below for everything we used today. So far, so good with it. It doesn't overheat. It gets used hard. It doesn't miss a beat. It's nice and smooth. It cuts fine. The price was right. That was a weekend. Throughout the whole summer, they were taking every odd weekend and having a sale for $239 or $249, I believe it was. So not a bad price for what it does for me. I'm happy with it. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.